Hey, I'm Neo. I'm here to help around the house. What's your name?
Harry.
Nice to meet you, Harry.
All right, let's just jump right in. It's got to be one of the most tempting promises we've seen in a long time, right? A humanoid robot right there in your own home for just $20,000. They're calling it Neo, and it's supposedly going to be at your door within a year, marketed as, the ultimate helper. But this sleek machine is hiding a pretty big secret. And the true cost? Well, it's a whole lot heavier than just that price tag.
I mean, this is the dream they're selling us, isn't it? This perfect future where some friendly robot takes care of all the boring stuff, freeing you up to just, live your life. It's a really powerful vision, super seductive. We've all seen it in cartoons and sci-fi movies for decades. The big difference? Now they're telling us it's real.
And that right there, that's where things start to get interesting. Because behind that pretty picture of automated convenience, there's a deception that's frankly kind of startling. So the real question isn't just about what this robot can do for you, it's about what it does to you. So here's the first big reveal. That whole autonomous thing they're advertising? Yeah, it's mostly a facade. The secret sauce inside this fancy machine, it's not some breakthrough AI. It's something much, much more human. Let's actually see how it performs in the real world.
Okay, so the Wall Street Journal got their hands on one for some early tests, and to put it mildly, it was a total disaster. We're talking more than a minute just to place a water bottle, and it spent 2 whole agonizing minutes just struggling to fold one t-shirt. It just goes to show you, the real world is a lot harder for an AI to handle than, just crunching data.
And this really just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It shows the massive gap between what they're promising and what's actually happening. You think you're buying this amazing autonomous helper, but what you're really getting is basically a high-tech puppet being controlled by a person somewhere else wearing VR goggles.
Yeah, there's a name for this technology. It's called teleoperation, and here's how it works. When you fork over that 20 grand, a real person, somewhere on the other side of the world, puts on a headset. They are literally seeing your kitchen, your living room, maybe even your bedroom, right through the robot's camera eyes. They are the ones actually folding your laundry, inch by inch, and in the process, they're training a massive AI model using your private life as the classroom.
So that leads to a really important question you have to ask yourself. Are you actually a $20,000 customer, or did you just pay for the privilege of being a beta tester, a free one at that, supplying the most intimate data from your own home to fuel some massive global AI experiment?
But believe it or not, the risk doesn't even stop with your privacy. No, it gets much, much worse. We're talking about a potential full-blown cybersecurity catastrophe. Because when this robot rolls through your front door, it's not just another smart appliance, it's a potential Trojan horse for your entire home network.
And look how simple it could be. Step 1, the robot connects to your home Wi-Fi, right? Just like your phone or your TV. But then, if a hacker finds a way to compromise that robot, well, they don't just get a camera feed of your house, they could potentially get the keys to your entire digital kingdom. We're talking your smart locks, your alarm system, everything. Suddenly, that helpful robot becomes the perfect tool for a digital home invasion.
And here's the part that's really unsettling. There's a whole psychological angle to this. Studies have actually shown that because these things look and act kind of human, we're hardwired to trust them. We empathize with them, we even tell them secrets. And that very human instinct makes them the perfect tools for espionage and manipulation.
Okay, but the fallout from this tech goes way beyond just our own homes. There is a massive economic tsunami brewing out there, and honestly, it has the power to completely reshape our entire society. Let's just look at the numbers for a second.
because a report from Morgan Stanley is, well, it's pretty sobering. They're projecting that by 2040, a staggering 8 million, that's right, 8 million humanoid robots will be working in the US alone. This isn't some niche gadget anymore. This is a fundamental change to what the workforce even looks like.
And the money, the financial impact is just as huge. We're talking about a 357 times billion-dollar wage impact in just the next 15 years. Think about that. That's a massive pile of cash being shifted away from human workers and over to automated systems. And that cute $20,000 helper you might buy, it could literally be the very same tech that makes your neighbor's job disappear.
And look, this isn't some abstract threat that's decades away. The impact is going to hit hard and fast, especially in certain jobs. We're looking at 70%, 70 of all construction jobs and 67% of jobs in agriculture and forestry being at risk of replacement from just this first wave of humanoid robots.
All right, let's zoom out one last time to the biggest picture of all, because this isn't just about a cool new product or even just an economic shift. This is a geopolitical battle, a straight-up war for global dominance. And the front line of that war, believe it or not, it's your living room.
So Morgan Stanley thinks there will be about 1 billion humanoid robots on the planet by 2050. But look at this chart. The really big move here is coming from China. With huge government backing, their goal is to have over 300 million of those robots. We're talking about creating the single largest robotic workforce in the world by a long shot.
So you gotta understand, this race isn't about who can build the coolest gadget. This is a strategic war over who controls the future of industry, who gets to call the shots economically, and who has access to this massive, unprecedented network for intelligence gathering. And your home, it just became another node in that network.
So next time you think about bringing a $20,000 robot into your house, you have to forget the sci-fi dream. You're not just a customer, you're an active participant, you're a data point in a giant experiment. That robot folding your t-shirts could also be feeding data to some of the biggest global players on the world stage. The predators are waiting in the dark forest outside. And as we chase this fantasy of convenience, you really have to ask yourself, are you making your life easier, or are you just opening the door and inviting them in?